Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Packers, and it comes your way next.
This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Rodgers now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers going to throw. It's caught. Smith. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Now it's Crowder. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, uses the stiff arm. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Love. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Working with a 2nd and 3. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 2nd down and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now the 1st carry for Chase Edmonds. A much different 2nd drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the 1st time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that 1st drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the 2nd one.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
And perhaps now close to the 1st points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. Kyle Pitts, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are on the board 1st here in this division round matchup. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Love now. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now, after the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taken at about the 36.
Come on, fellas.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Rodgers. Right back to Pitts again. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta.
2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Love. This one swung out here to Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. $16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So it was the Packers. Closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets them home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point.
It's good, and that cuts it to 9 and 16-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And we look at his 2 touchdown catches here, and we talked about it in the pregame. We knew that he would likely be a tough matchup. He's been a tough matchup.
And he's just part of the evolution of this position. I mean, a lot of people call them rocked-up wide receivers nowadays. Guys can get downfield and do damage. I go back to my research in the 60s, and you see some of these squads that have spread things out. They want the people on the field who can get downfield and make big plays. And this position has certainly become a part of that.
How often are you researching the 60s?
Each and every day.
Really?
Yes, I am. Got to stay up on this stuff, find out where it all came from.
I'll stay with the kids these days. Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people.
There he goes, left side. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Herb Smith Jr., 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. For a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is down to 2. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds pushes past him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, Brian. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing elevated team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Love looking to throw it. This one caught by Crowder. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they take this
this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage, because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give to Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. His throw incomplete. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive. 2 for 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Come on now, let's go.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action. Love to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw now. Here's Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Love. Crowder's got it over the middle.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Throwing. Love. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are back within a score. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Rodgers now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Rodgers will try again on second down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they're trying to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Bass is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taken from about the 12. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where you see the final score there. The Bucs knew a victory was necessary to have any shot, and they got it, as they'll finish the regular season at 10-7. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons, for the Seahawks. And they had success all season throwing the football. No reason for that to change in the playoffs, as they've continued to move the ball well through the air. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Love now. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, Love. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 31. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Smith catches left side. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Bass on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
1st down, Love to pass. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, Love. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Love looking to throw it. This one caught by Crowder. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Packers are back with a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Slide for the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that was an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunky yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Draw play, Edmonds. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. With backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Rodgers going to throw. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
From the 24, Love. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a give to Jones running left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 8 yards to go on second down. They'll go again to Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settled things down a little bit.
The Packers on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. That is caught. It's Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Love. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big one. To throw now. Here's Love. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Love throwing for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So it's
possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Come on now, let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Preston Smith there on the stop. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Here's Tressway now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Crowder now to return.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there.
And Charles, he's already north of 300 yards in this game.
And while watching him work, I just keep coming back to what a magic number that is. We've almost made it routine, haven't we? 300 yards, wow, what a great day. We don't understand what goes into that. And today, he's taking advantage of every opportunity, and he's being very precise throwing the football.
Some highlights to show for his efforts. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Grady Jarrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Looking downfield for Jones. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Working out of the gun. Love. Man open, here is Crowder. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
On the delay, Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing. Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jamison Crowder. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
So an important drive for them there. And they're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
On first down, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Rodgers to throw once more. And his pass incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. 2nd and 4. Play action this time with Love. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Love from the gun on 3rd down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Love. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 5. A minute 38 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Rodgers to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now Rodgers. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. To throw is Rodgers. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 23. And now Matthews couldn't really tell what happened there defensively, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back to throw. Rodgers. Complete. Smith has it. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the post.
On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?